She laughed. You'd never leave me. You're too soft. I just smiled and said, you'll see. Next morning, she woke up to find the house empty except for a note on the mirror. What it said made her drop her phone in shock. I'm Owen, 30, and 4 months ago I proved that being underestimated is sometimes the best advantage you can have. My girlfriend Jenna and I had been together for 3.5 years. We met at a mutual friend's barbecue, started dating casually, then got serious around the 6-month mark. She moved into my apartment after a year. I'd always been the accommodating one in the relationship, the guy who compromised, who apologized first, who adjusted his schedule to fit hers. She called it being easygoing. Looking back, I think she mistook kindness for weakness. The problem started small, like they always do. She'd make plans without telling me, then get annoyed when I'd already committed to something else. She'd criticize my clothes, my friends, how I spent my free time. Little comments that built up over months. You're too nice to people, they walk all over you. Or, you need to be more assertive, Owen. Nobody respects a pushover. I'd brush it off. Tell myself she was trying to help me improve. That's what partners do, right? Then came the bigger stuff. She started going out more without me. Girls' nights that stretched until 3 a.m. Work events I wasn't invited to. Weekend trips with friends she'd barely mentioned before. When I'd ask about her plans, she'd roll her eyes. You're so clingy. I need space. Don't you trust me? So I backed off. Gave her space. Trusted her. 6 months ago, I noticed her phone habits changed. She'd angle it away from me when texting. Take calls in the other room. Set it face down on tables. When I casually asked who she was talking to, she'd snap at me. Why are you monitoring me? God, you're so insecure. The breaking point came on a Tuesday night in early July. I got home from work around 6 p.m. Jenna was getting ready to go out, doing her makeup in the bathroom mirror. I'd had a particularly rough day. Lost a client I'd been working with for months. Got chewed out by my boss for something that wasn't my fault. I just wanted to order takeout and decompress with her. Hey, you're going out? I asked, leaning against the doorframe. Yeah, meeting Katie and Bryn for drinks. Oh, I was hoping we could hang out tonight. I had a really bad day. She kept applying mascara, not looking at me. That's unfortunate. I already made plans. Could you maybe cancel? Just this once. I really need. Owen, seriously? I can't drop everything because you had a bad day at work. You're an adult. Deal with it. Something in her tone made my chest tight. It's not about dropping everything. I'm asking if you could spend one evening with your boyfriend who's had a terrible day. She finally turned to look at me, and her expression was almost bored. You're being dramatic. It's just drinks. I'll be back later. When later? I don't know. Whenever we're done. Jenna, you've been out 4 nights this week already. I feel like I barely see you anymore. She sighed, this long, exaggerated sound like I was the most exhausting person on earth. Here we go. The guilt trip. You know what your problem is, Owen? You're too needy. You're suffocating me. I'm suffocating you by asking to spend time together? Yes. You're always wanting to hang out, always asking where I am, always acting like I owe you a detailed itinerary of my life. It's exhausting. I ask because you're my girlfriend and I care about you. That's what people in relationships do. She laughed. Actually laughed. You know what? Fine. You want the truth? Sometimes I need a break from you. You're too soft, too accommodating, too boring. Katie and Bryn are fun. They don't make me feel guilty for wanting to have a life outside my relationship. I felt like I'd been punched. If I'm so boring, why are you with me? Good question. She turned back to the mirror, finished her makeup. Maybe I shouldn't be. Maybe you shouldn't. She spun around, eyes wide, like she couldn't believe I'd actually agreed with her. Then her expression shifted to something almost smug. Oh, please. You'd never actually leave me. You're too soft for that. You'll sulk for a day, then tomorrow you'll apologize, and everything will go back to normal. That's what you do. I looked at her for a long moment. This woman I'd spent 3.5 years with, who I'd supported through job changes and family drama, who I'd planned a future with, and I realized I didn't recognize her anymore. Or maybe I was finally seeing her clearly for the first time. You'll see, I said quietly. She laughed again. Yeah, okay. Have fun with your pity party. She grabbed her purse and walked past me. Don't wait up. The door closed behind her at 6:47 p.m. I stood in that empty apartment for maybe 5 minutes, not moving, barely breathing. Then something clicked in my brain. A calm, cold clarity I'd never felt before. I called my best friend Marcus. I need your help moving. Tonight. What? Dude, it's 7 p.m. on a Tuesday. I know. Can you come or not? Something in my voice must have told him not to ask questions. Yeah, give me 30 minutes. I started packing. I'd lived in this apartment for 4 years before Jenna moved in, so most of the furniture was mine. I took everything I'd brought to the relationship. My bed, my dresser, my desk, my TV, kitchen supplies, everything. Marcus showed up with his truck and his brother Kevin. They didn't ask what happened, just helped me load everything. By 11 p.m., the apartment was almost empty. Just Jenna's stuff remained. Her couch, her decorations, her clothes in the closet. The place looked hollow, echoed when we walked through it. I wrote a note on the bathroom mirror with dry erase marker. You were right. I am too soft, too accommodating, too boring. But I'm not too soft to know when I deserve better. I'm not too soft to walk away from someone who treats me like an inconvenience. The lease is in my name. I called the landlord. You have 30 days to find a new place or take over the lease yourself. All utilities are still in my name and will be shut off in 2 weeks, so handle that. Don't contact me. Don't try to fix this. You made it clear tonight what you think of me, and I'm finally listening. Good luck with Katie and Bryn. Hope they're worth it. I left my key on the kitchen counter. We dropped my stuff at a storage unit, and I crashed on Marcus's couch. I turned my phone off because I knew what was coming. Update 1. I turned my phone back on at 9 a.m. the next morning. 43 missed calls. 67 texts. 8 voicemails. The texts started around midnight. Where are you? Oh, and answer your phone. This isn't funny. Then at 1 a.m. What the fuck did you do? Where is everything? You can't just take everything. Then panic around 2 a.m. Oh, and please call me back. We need to talk about this. I came home and nothing is here. Please don't do this. The voicemails were worse. The first few were angry, her voice shrill, demanding I call her back immediately. Then confused, her asking where I was, what happened, why I left. The last one, left at 3:47 a.m., was her crying. Oh, and please. I don't understand. Just, please call me. Please. I listened to them all once. Then I blocked her number. She tried calling from different numbers throughout the day. I blocked those too. Finally, around 2 p.m., Katie called me. I answered. Owen, it's Katie. What the hell happened? You should ask Jenna. She's a mess. She's been crying all day. She said you moved out and left a note. That's accurate. Why? What happened? Katie, do you know where Jenna was last night? Silence. She told me she was meeting you and Bryn for drinks. More silence. Then, quietly, she wasn't with us. Yeah, I figured. Oh God. Oh, and I'm sorry. I didn't know she was lying to you. She's been seeing someone else. For a few months now. Some guy from her gym. I told her to break up with you. That what she was doing was wrong. But she kept saying she would handle it. There it was. Confirmation of what I'd suspected for months. And weirdly, I felt nothing. Maybe I'd already processed it. Maybe I'd known on some level all along. Well, she handled it, I said. Just not how she expected. She wants to talk to you. She says she can explain. There's nothing to explain. She cheated. She treated me like garbage. She told me I was too soft to ever leave her. She was wrong. Owen, Katie, I appreciate the call. But I'm done. Tell Jenna to figure out the lease and the utilities. Tell her to lose my number. I mean that. I hung up. Update 2. The texts came from unknown numbers over the next week. Jenna, using friends' phones, trying to reach me. Please just talk to me for 5 minutes. I made a mistake. You're being childish. We can work through this. I didn't respond to any of them. My landlord called me on Friday. Mr. Parker? I got a call from Jenna. She says you abandoned the lease. I didn't abandon it. I gave her notice that she needs to either take it over or move out. I've paid through the end of this month. After that, she's responsible. The lease is in your name. You're legally responsible until it expires or she takes it over. She has the option to take it over, correct? Yes, if her credit and income check out. Then that's on her. I've fulfilled my obligation by giving notice and paying through the month. The landlord sighed. This is messy. Try to work it out between yourselves if you can. There's nothing to work out. She'll figure it out. 2 weeks later, Marcus told me Jenna had tried contacting him, asking where I was staying. He told her he didn't know. She'd also reached out to my sister, Emily, who told her to get lost in less polite terms. Apparently Jenna had gone to Emily's house, showed up crying, begging for help reaching me. Emily called me after. Your ex showed up at my door. She looked terrible, like she hasn't slept in days. Not my problem. Owen, she seemed genuinely sorry. She cheated on me. For months. Then told me I was too boring and too soft to ever leave her. Do you know what that does to someone? To be told you're not worth respect because you're kind. I know. And I told her she made her bed. But I wanted you to know she came by. Appreciate it. But I'm not changing my mind. 3 weeks after I left, I found out through a mutual friend that Jenna had moved in with the gym guy. Apparently, he'd broken up with his girlfriend right after everything went down. How convenient. The friend said Jenna kept telling people I'd abandoned her and stolen everything from the apartment. I posted exactly one thing on social media about it. A simple status. For anyone hearing stories, I didn't abandon anyone. I left a relationship where I was cheated on, disrespected, and told I was too soft to ever stand up for myself. I proved otherwise. Sometimes the kindest thing you can do for yourself is walk away from people who mistake your patience for permission to treat you poorly. I didn't name Jenna. Didn't have to. Everyone who needed to know, knew. Final update. That was 4 months ago. I'm living in a new apartment now, smaller but entirely mine. Decorated exactly how I want. Marcus and Kevin helped me move my stuff out of storage. I adopted a dog. A rescue named Bear who's the best roommate I've ever had. I ran into Jenna 2 weeks ago at a coffee shop. She was with the gym guy. She saw me, and her face went white. He didn't know who I was, kept talking while she stared at me. I ordered my coffee, nodded politely at her, and left. Didn't say a word. She texted me from a new number that night. I saw you today. You look good. Happy. I'm glad. I'm sorry for everything. I know I don't deserve forgiveness, but I hope someday you can understand I was going through stuff and I took it out on you. You deserved better. I read it twice. Thought about responding. Then I deleted it and blocked the number. Marcus asked me last week if I'd ever forgive her. Not for her, I said. I've already moved on. Forgiveness would be for me, and honestly, I don't need it. I don't think about her anymore. And that's the truth. I don't. Sometimes I remember moments from our relationship, good ones, mostly, and feel sad about how it ended. But I don't miss her. I don't miss walking on eggshells, wondering when the next criticism was coming, questioning if I was being too needy for wanting basic respect and honesty. Being called too soft was supposed to hurt. And it did, in the moment. But looking back, I realized she was wrong. Kindness isn't weakness. Patience isn't permission. And knowing when to walk away from toxicity isn't soft, it's strength. She thought I'd never leave because I was too accommodating. What she didn't understand is that accommodating people know exactly how much they're giving. And when someone takes advantage of that for too long, when they start mistaking generosity for spinelessness, that's when this soft guy walks away and doesn't look back. Edit. A lot of people have asked if she ever took over the lease. She didn't. Moved in with gym guy instead. The landlord had to eat the last 2 months, but I'd paid through my notice period, so legally I was clear. Feel bad for the landlord, but Jenna made her choices. Edit 2. For those wondering about the dog, Bear is a 3-year-old German Shepherd mix who was surrendered because his previous owners didn't have time for him. We run together every morning. He's the best decision I've made in years.